Okay, welcome back to the garage. So, yep, there's the Husky, there's the Tinny, and covered up is the big girl, the 1290. Today I don't have a whole lot because, well, I've been busy with life, so I don't have a whole lot. But what I do want to touch base with, and what I'm going to put at the end of this video, and keep this in mind, I've already ridden about 25 miles, and which kind of explains why whenever I get past, well, I couldn't really keep up with him. I was just tired. I was just really tired, tired and worn out after already a couple hours worth of riding. I was watching some of my first videos of when I first started riding dirt bikes 4 years ago. And I have learned a lot. While I'm still new to learning, I mean, when I say learn, it's basically on the weekends. I used to come home and practice every day whenever the kids were riding with me. And then after they stopped riding, that kind of just, it's more or less a weekend thing for me. So on the weekends, 4 years worth of weekends, I think I've done pretty good. I think I'm doing fairly well. So really, all I want to say is if you're new to off-road riding or to dirt bike riding, just stay and practice. And a couple things that kind of helped me was I would always listen to people talk about crashing. Crashing is always a part of crashing, dropping your bike, whatever, is a part of riding off-road, and which it is, but I didn't want to be like that. I wanted to have the skills to be confident to where I don't have to worry about how heavy a bike is, because I'm not going to be picking it up but 1 or 2 times, if even that. So I don't want to worry about that. I want to worry about how a bike handles on the wheels, right? That's it. That's what I want to be concerned with. Weight to me does not matter. You know, it's like, for one, I'm strong enough, I can pick up the 1290 no problem. And to be honest, picking up the 1290 versus picking up the T7, because of where the weight is located, there's really not a whole big difference in picking these two bikes up off the ground. So being worried about dropping the bike or how much the bike weighs, I think that is a detractor from gaining the skills of actually riding. Yes, it helps learning on a smaller bike, which is what I did. So I got into the dirt bikes before I actually got heavy into riding these bikes off-road as in on the trails. Dirt bike skills also help on back road, dirt roads too, if you have no interest in riding these bikes on single track trails. But on these BDRs here in America, or the TET or TAT overseas, wherever you might be, yeah, those from what I see get pretty daggone technical. So having a lighter bike to learn on would be great, but once you get the skills, man, these bikes, you just got to know how to handle them. But not to say that accidents don't happen. So I don't focus on dropping the bike very much. It might happen, it might not happen. If it does happen, I don't care. You know, if I scratch the bike, that's part of it. So the biggest takeaway from riding dirt bikes and these off-road: keen focus, quick reflexes, and quick decision making. You have to factor those 3 in. And if you don't have the skills, then you might make the wrong decision. You have to focus on your focus, your decision making, and your reflexes, not in any particular order. Those are the main takeaways that I have gotten so far from, you know, just having the confidence to where I can take any bike off-road now. And when I say reflexes, what I'm talking about is you really have to learn to feel what your bike is telling you. You know, I mean, as soon as you feel that little movement, as soon as you feel it, you got to know, do I need to do anything, or is this just the bike trying to straighten itself up? So you either, 1, let it go, or 2, correct yourself. Correct yourself, one way or the other. So yeah, you have to be in constant awareness of what your bike is telling you. And if you're newer, you might be where I was. Well, how the heck am I supposed to know? Man, the best thing that I can tell you is start learning suspension. Because I kept hearing people talking about being loose, being tight, the chassis this, the chassis that. I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to know all this crap? But knowing how suspension works also helps you ride. Well, it helped me, okay? So I'm not gonna tell you what's gonna work for you. I'm just telling you what worked for me and what's given me this confidence. So it seems that whenever I started focusing in on suspension and riding in sand, because everybody was just crazy about, oh, I ain't riding sand, it sucks. So I'm like, why? Why does it suck so bad? I hate mud just as much as some people hate sand. So, you know, it all goes around with what you have to work with. Yeah, whenever I started learning suspension and suspension setup, that's when when people talk about what you're feeling on the bikes. Are you feeling the tires giving you feedback? A lot of people blame tires for suspension. A lot of people blame suspension whenever it's tires. And it took a long time, different sets of tires. I think this is my 5th set of tires on this bike, and I've only got 6,000 miles on it. 7,000 miles on the 1290, and I had about four sets of tires on it too. But that's just stuff that I don't mind experimenting with, and that's what I do. You know, whenever I hear people complaining about something, or if I'm complaining about something, I want to figure it out. What's going on? Why? Is this really a problem? Is this a bike problem, tire problem, suspension problem? So all of that has it eventually comes together, and I still am at a loss for a lot. You know, like you hear these pros talking and you're like, whoa, because I've only been in the dirt world since 2020. Got a FedEx truck coming over here. No, I didn't order any parts, and no, I didn't order a windshield yet. I'm telling you, I don't know. I may end up keeping this 1290. I might be stuck with it. You know, woe is me. I'm stuck with a freaking 1290 Super Adventure. Anyways, that's about all I wanted to say. Just a quick hey, if you're new and you think you're struggling, just push through it. As long as you got your goal in mind, you're gonna be okay. And my goal was to not worry about the weight of a bike unless I physically can't lift it. So if I'm older, if you're older, then that's going to be a limitation. Or if you got problems, which I've got knee, back, and head problems, so weight might be a factor. But that doesn't stop you from learning the skills to not drop your light bike. It's really nice to not have to worry about stuff like that. Just keep at it is all I got to say. I don't like to give instructional videos because I don't feel that I'm good enough. But what I can tell you is what works for me. And what has worked for me. You'll be riding whatever terrain that you want in no time. All right, well, thanks for tuning in. We'll see y'all on the next one. Bye. Really got to clean this freaking place up. Oh, my nipple. Oh, my nipple. Ah. Damn. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Pinch of mud apple.